this is what I saw coming for. I believe this is not just about the inauguration, folks. This is a lot more than that. This is huge. I saw because he attacked. Whenever he assassinated the man in Iraq, Assam Sumalani, I guess is his name.
Yeah, the Quds Iranian guy.
Yeah. Okay. So whenever he did that, they're still really upset about this, and so that's what the Lord was showing me is this what they're planning is bigger than terrorist attacks. This is actually an invasion of an act of war for what I believe is coming. It's not like, well, we're saying, well, this is Al Qaeda, this is ISIS. This is actually Iranian government coming over here. They've come across the border. I saw them in tunnels that were being smuggled in by drug traffickers, and I saw tunnels. What the Lord showed me is these metal. It looked like metal-looking structures, and they were underneath the earth, and they were actually going from Mexico into America into these like houses, and they were smuggling like they would do for human trafficking and drugs and all that. Well, I saw these men, and there's literally 1,000 of them. I saw over 1,000 men that were being smuggled in, and I'm talking big money. This was not just like a little bit of money that I saw that they were paying the drug smugglers and for funding to get over here. But the Lord told me, he said, I want you to focus on fertilizer. And I didn't know what he was saying at the time, because I saw these like farming equipment, and I was like, Lord, what are you showing me? And all of a sudden I saw because it was like silos, but he was trying, in a vision, he's trying to show me what's coming. So I saw fertilizer, and the Lord said, I want you to remember Timothy McVeigh and remember what happened in Oklahoma City. And so I saw all this fertilizer for quite a while since they've been here. They've been coming over for a long time now. I saw these three men for sure. And I can, and if people ask me what they look like, I can describe to the FBI, whoever would ever want to know. But I saw these three men, and the Lord told me that they were like generals in the army, Al Qaeda people. They were like, these are not like little guys. They were being smuggled over. And the one man was a heavy set man with a big beard. And the other guy was not as heavy, and then the other guy they were skinnier looking. The other two guys were skinny, but there was three men, and they crossed over around Mexico and Arizona, around that area. And the Lord, that's where I saw in the vision where these men were coming. And I saw mountains in the background. I could see the sun going down, and they got in a black van. And when they got in the black van, they took them north. And that's what the Lord showed me about these three men, and they were very powerful in this terrorist organization. And so, okay, so I'll go back to what the Lord showed me. So the Lord showed me them gathering the materials for making these bombs for over a year. And so they were getting the fertilizers and the vans, and I saw dump trucks. So, okay, so the Lord showed me that they made them like bulletproof. They put like armor all on the front and on the sides. So if they were going through police barricades or whatever, that they would not be stopped by bullets or any kind of retaliation against them. So they made them like tanks. And so they put all this fertilizer and stuff when they're in this vision. What the Lord showed me, it was very detailed, and I saw them split up all of the fertilizer, and they made it into compartments. It looked like 50-gallon drums, but it was humongous, barrels in the back of these huge diesel dump trucks. And so then I saw two men in those dump trucks, and they had suicide vests on. They had vests on with this explosive devices all over their vest. And so they used the trucks to go through police barricades. So you couldn't stop them. It was very powerful what they were trying to do, shooting out their tires and stuff. But this was, like I'm saying, this was well funded. And so when they took the trucks, they rammed them through the barricades, and when they finally stopped them, they ignited their vest and blew up the whole area, and it wiped out all the buildings. And it was, if you think what happened in Oklahoma City was big, this was so much more, like a huge 9/11 type event, y'all. And so, but it wasn't just one. The Lord showed me that it was over 1,000 men, and there was 10 major cities. There was 10 cities, the Lord told me. And so all the cities were had a target of like a Trump Tower or a Trump golf course or something that was important of our our heritage. Like the Statue of Liberty was a target. And I thought, why the Statue of Liberty? It doesn't have a lot of people around it, but it represents freedom. It represents something that's important to us. And so I saw them go in and they try to take that out. I saw over what's the gardens over? I'm sorry, son. The Madison Square Garden. Yeah. I saw them attacking that. I saw them attacking Chicago. I saw them attacking Houston area, Dallas area. I saw them trying to attack Oklahoma City, LA, Seattle. There was a lot of cities, instead of just going over all 10 of them, because it's kind of, ridiculous. But let me see. So I told you about that. And so now, so they take vans, and I saw the vans, and they had all kinds of different vans, because the vans weren't as trackable. You see a big dump truck going down the road, you're going to know it. It's kind of like, if especially it's parked it's mysterious. There was just a couple of those, but there was a lot of vans. I noticed that, those white cargo vans, and they filled the back of those vans full of highly explosive fertilizer. And they set those off in like parking garages. They try to get as close as they could to Trump buildings, to Trump hotels, and and they use drones. And the Lord showed me that they would try to attack with drones. They would use the drones to go into the stadiums and things that they could fly into. And I saw them taking those and running them into crowds in the stadiums, and they exploded and took out a whole section of people, because people weren't expecting, you're watching the football game or the baseball game or whatever. And so people were not paying attention to what's going on. And so they flew the drone in, and they just set the thing off in the middle of the stadium, and it killed, thousands of people, it looked like. And so during the inauguration, the Lord said, you must pray for the inauguration, which I don't know if they're going to have it outside or not. Now, I've been praying that he would not do the parade, and he will not do the event on the 19th, which I think is really interesting, is that one of my subscribers pointed out. He said, do you see that it's 119 backwards? It's 9/11.